go to the decider match and he's gonna meet Terran there.
It's possible.
But yes, anyways, we are on Lightshade Elite and we are looking at the base of the blue Protoss player representing Brazil and Team Eximius Gaming. It is. And here's the question: is it nanO or is it Shakti?
So, Kuru, you sound much lower than you did before. Much lower. Meanwhile, could you please work on that? I don't know if it was like mic positioning or something. What's spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE? We have the Brazilian Zerg player currently going for, was it a 12 pool? I wasn't quite paying attention. I was a little bit too distracted by the intro, but representing the Cranky Ducklings, it is Erik.
I am trying my best to snuggle to the mic.
Nice. Well, I mean, if that's what you're doing during Europe, then that's all we need. Oh boy.
I guess so.
Beautiful. All right, so yeah, very interesting opening here from Erik. You just mentioned it in the last season. Erik did get knocked down to the lower bracket pretty early on in the group stage immediately, and then he worked his way back up. And mate, he had the run of his life. He made it all the way to the finals.
Yeah, he did. Like he actually took down Kelazur, who is considered like the best player in Brazil, and he made it to those finals against Special. Like he didn't beat Special, but let's be honest, Special, like it's like different, completely different race.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, exactly. So Erik, he had one of the best performances ever in DreamHack last season. Can he replicate that? I personally, of course, we're a little bit biased. We hope so. Can he pull it off here against Shakti? I mean, Shakti, for those wondering, aka nanO, he is the best Protoss player in all of Brazil by far. And I have a little bit of a vendetta against this guy. Like, I love him, he's great. But mate, in the closed qualifiers, this man beat Ryu, Erik's cranky brother, mate. He knocked him down, and obviously Ryu still qualified, but Erik, he's gonna get his revenge, mate.
Yeah, it was that match that Ryu was upset about, huh?
Yes, yeah, Ryu beat Parker Mike, and then moved on to best of 5 qualifying match against Shakti, and then Shakti glaive adepted him like 2 games in a row, and I was like, oh god. It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to watch.
Do you think he's gonna do it here? Like, so far, I mean, I don't see any tech yet, but there's Twilight Council. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I mean, we are on Lightshade, so because of the short rushes and spike ground, I feel like Glaive Adepts could do well here. But also important to note, because of the early pull from Erik, obviously it didn't really do much across the map. It forced Zealots to come out. It forced a bit of an overreaction by Shakti. But more importantly, it did allow Erik to actually expand and take his regular base.
Yeah, indeed, and he's taking a third now as well. He's spreading creep on the ramp, which is in this case important because you have to be able to quickly travel between the bases when the Glaive Adepts hit. And he has not scouted them yet, but there is an Overlord over the natural. I think he was I don't think he's gonna see it for a while now.
Yeah, regardless, it is going to be Glaive Adepts. We do see 2 gateways on the way, 2 gateways already completed. We have a Robo. Shakti is going to be sending it across the map, and so far, Erik hasn't scouted it, sure, but he's going to see it move out regardless. Or at least he should, and he's getting ready, Roach Warren, it's on the way. He's not droning up too much here either.
I mean, okay, so 2 things. First off, like, I feel like Erik would go for Roach one regardless because he just likes roaches. But second of all, I assume he saw what happened to Ryu, or at least he heard what happened to Ryu. So like he was like, this Shakti guy, he's going for a lot of adepts. I guess I should be careful about that.
Yeah, and he does spot them. The adepts, they do shade across the map. They were spotted by both the Overlord and by the Lings, as well as the War Prism, so he is well aware. We do see a wave of Lings on the way, as well as 3 Ravagers.
Indeed. The Lings are trying to intercept the attack, but they're missing the adepts as they come up the ramp. And yeah, he's beating them in the field.
Oh god, exactly. We do have a couple of bars, but in the end, the War Prism will just barely dodge it. We did see a very similar response here from Sword of, if you recall. It's 3 Ravagers, then nothing but Lings. The Lings are here to chase away or chase these Shades. Meanwhile, the Ravagers and the Queens push away the Adepts themselves. Oh.
Yeah, I have to say, regardless, that doesn't look like a huge army from the Zerg, so like, he's a bit brave to like go against the Adepts, like just right on, but he finds a nice spot here, like he's gonna get a few down, so that's nice for Erik, but...
Yeah. That it is. Meanwhile, yeah, these Adepts, they're still dealing a lot of damage. At the same time, the War Prism actually snuck into the main base. 4 more Adepts were warped in. Unfortunately, there is this dead space here that Erik did not have eyes on, and drones are starting to fall.
Yeah, he was too busy defending the front, but the Adepts came from the back, and now they're gonna get cleaned up, but there's a lot of drone damage already.
Yeah, yes it is. 9 drones in total, but only 9, and honestly it could have been a lot worse. To be fair, it's not over. The Adepts, they're still here. The War Prism is still here as well, but for the most part... Oh, can they get a Queen? Oh, they do.
Yeah, another nice pickup for Shakti. But with the army of Erik getting slowly getting bigger, like there's a layer on the way now. I feel like this is kind of it for the aggression, and now it's on Erik to take his part of damage.
Yeah, and unfortunately there aren't any Adepts here at the third. Typically that's what we see. We see some at home to defend, and unfortunately, like, this is honestly looking pretty vulnerable. Like, in come the Lings, Roaches, and Ravagers. This third is going to go down.
Oh yeah. At the same time though, the Adepts are back and they're getting even more drones. They're gonna get cleaned up eventually, but yeah. Fortunately, Erik does get the third base of Shakti, so he does get like his own chunk of damage as well.
That he does. Meanwhile, the Roaches and the Ravagers, honestly, they're trading so well here. Even though there are 2 Immortals, like, all the Adepts go down. Now the Lings are going to be able to get on top of the Immortal. There's no shield batteries here either. Like, Shakti just doesn't have a lot.
Yeah, there are completely no shield batteries on this base. Like, he's so focused on being aggressive that like he's kind of neglecting back home.
Yeah, that he is. Meanwhile, the War Prism is coming back in with more Adepts. I mean, but I feel like the time for Adepts has come and gone. They are forced away, only get 2 drones. In the end, Erik will back off, but I feel like he's feeling pretty happy about himself. Like, mate, he denied the third. He traded well. Like, that's all he needed to do. I'll go.
Yeah, oh god. War Priest. Another War Priest in danger. But yeah, he got the third base, and like he you know, cut off some of the forces from Shakti, so his army can't snowball quite as much. So it's looking really good for him. That said, there are 4 Immortals now, which is a force that you have to be careful with.
True, but there's still a pretty large army here from Erik. He's got his Lings. It's gonna be all about the engagement, to be fair, but like, I feel like if we see a surround and we see a bile, like, I don't know how I feel about this push.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That said, that all the Adepts are shading in, so they're gonna be trying to do damage while the Immortals are dealing with the front.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, the main army will deal with all these Adepts. They will go down. Gravity Constitution just finishes up. The Immortals, sure, they may get the third base, but at the end of the day, like, Erik, he's going for the third. He's going for the army. Ooh, almost bows down the War Prism.
Yeah, the Adepts shaded out, so they left the Immortals slightly vulnerable. Shakti is trying his best with the War Prism micro, but the Immortals are slowly starting to fall down. And GG is called.
GG gets called. The Queen actually focused down the War Prism. The War Prism fell. The Immortals fell as well. And Erik takes game number 1.
There you go.
Congratulations to our cranky duckling player here taking the first game. And this is one of those things where, oh, man, I'm worried this is going to be a short series. Like, again, we only have 1 series to cast here today for DreamHack Latin America, and oh boy, we're already done with game 1.
Look, it's better than last season, okay? I'm already happy with that. Because if you remember, last season we only got to cast 1 Latin American game, and it was the game where Pacomite disconnected. Like, there was like a major blackout in his area. Yeah. And in the end, we didn't get any games to cast. So I prefer this, okay?
This is true. This is true. As a reminder to everyone, last season we were also the B stream for Europe and Latin America for a couple of days, and we stayed up to cast Latin America. And then we got notified, it was Jim Rising versus Parker Mike, and there's a walkover because Parker Mike, his electricity went out. So we stayed up for nothing. Feels bad, man.
Like the thing is that like it wasn't even like like in his house or anything. Like it was like the whole like region was just out.
It was. It
It
was.
was pretty big.
Also, I want to apologize to Fernantok in the chat because we once again we brought up Paco Mike, and it's a bit of a sore spot because Fernantok is probably the biggest Paco Mike fan out there. He's a regular at our channel, and Paco Mike, unfortunately, he's not here. He had an unlucky run in the DreamHack qualifiers.
That said, I do appreciate the comment of Kuro being his favorite casting T-shirt.
Gosh, shaking my head. I saw a comment earlier during DreamHack EU. Someone said, "Oh my God, poor Light. He's talking to a shirt." Oh no.
Yeah. The guy is losing it. It's been too long. But the casting T-shirt is now welcoming you to Jagannatha Ali. This is so stupid. In the top right corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing Eximius. Eximius?
Mhm.
Did I say that right? Okay, Eximius Gaming. It is nanO Akash Shakti.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE. Once again, going for that pool first opening, we have, not just the pool first, 14 pool, we have the Brazilian Zerg player. He is red, representing the Cranky Ducklings. It is Erik.
Yeah. This time, the natural gets blocked, but Erik is not very interested in that for now.
No, he is not, because of that very early pool. We did see an early pool in game number 1 as well in Lightshade, and this is what I love to see. Oh my God, we do have a proxy hatch here in the main base of nanO. nanO does notice he does pull the boys, but oh boy, it's not just this proxy hatch, because the Lings, they're on the way.
Yeah. And he does have a good number of probes on this hatchery, so this is gonna be good enough to keep it at bay. But yeah, will he be able to deal with the Lings that are coming next?
That is the question. Again, so the goal of this, like, this isn't an all-in by any means. Erik is still expanding behind this. The goal of this is just to delay the natural base. That's all it is. Yeah. There we go. We do see a cancel. And the Lings are going to be here to just be a little bit more annoying as well. He does plan to remake it here in the main.
Yes! I don't know why proxy hatcheries make me so happy. It's so silly.
Oh, God. Exactly, again, and this shouldn't finish either. Again, forces probes to be pulled, forces more lost mining time, the Zealot is out, but the Lings are threatening the Cybercore. The Cybercore gets ever lower as well. Like, again, just Erik being, oh my God, no, it's around! No! Okay, the Zealot pops out. Oh my God. Shakti, please! Please! And with that, Shakti, he loses a Zealot. He will deal with this proxy, but again, this entire time he's been stuck only on one base, and Erik, he's free to expand, drone up, and catch back up, you know, get his gas up and running. Meanwhile, it looks like, Kuro, can you hear me? Is that not a... Oh. Seems to be some technical issues at the moment. Kuro will be joining me shortly, hopefully. Just some Discord issues. But yeah, honestly, a pretty good start here from Erik. The threat is that there now are adepts across the map, and link speed is incredibly late. The queens are late as well. But so far, these adepts haven't done too much. Sure, they deny mining here at the natural base. Erik has to be careful, but he does save his drones in the end. Queens pop out just barely in time. And oh my God, they commit to the shade on top of the Lings, on top of the Queen, and these adepts are going to go down. But not before they get a handful of drone kills, as 4 drones do fall. Oh boy. Was that really worth it in the end? I still don't quite think so. To be fair, nanO is ahead when it comes to the probe count, but he still is only mining off of 1 base. And Erik, he's got his 3rd on the way. Oh my God.
I'm back.
Welcome,
I'm
welcome
alive.
back. Welcome back.
Discord just decided to kick me out of the server. Don't worry about it.
All good, all good. But yeah, after that, this drone, by the way, from Erik that was proxy hatching is still alive, and he gets a full scout of the main base.
Nice. It's still making rounds on the nano's base. And there's another attack on the wall as well. Like Erik is just keeping nano busy all the time.
That he is, and he's well aware of the Glaive Adept opening here from nanO because of this drone. So we'll see if Erik can defend anywhere near as well as he did last time. I mean, mate, Roach Horn's already on the way. You know, we should see some lings, we should see some creep connecting the bases.
I mean, arguably, Erik has even more information than he had last time, so he should be well prepared for this attack.
Now, what I will say is that he still has a lot to work on when it comes to droning. There we go. Wave of 7 drones comes in. Ideally, you want around 40 workers. Then you stop. That's when you start making nothing but lings. You get your roaches on the way. And then it all comes down to control.
He's even taking the gas. Look at that. Light, are you proud of him now?
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of him. For those wondering, I'm known for my gas stealing on the ladder. So it's great to see Erik incorporating that as well, stealing the gas in the natural. Meanwhile, here come the Adepts. Here comes the War Prism. But we got lings. Roaches are on the way. They're not done yet. Neither are the Ravagers. So, you know, nanO, he's hitting pretty quick here.
Yeah, this is slightly different situation as last time because those roaches just popped up. The Ravagers are still morphing in, so the links will be all there is to defend. Shakti is even trying to focus the Ravager X, but he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, exactly. The Ravagers do finish up. Meanwhile, the lings do get on top of the army. The Biles do miss. Only one connects.
The links are surrounding the Adepts, keeping them in place, which is nice for the Ravagers. Ooh, the War Priest goes down.
Mate, that's it. That he just shuts down this push. We only have a couple of Adepts left, but now there is no threat of a War Prism. There's no threat of micro potential of reinforcements across the map. These Adepts will all go down.
Yeah. And GG's called. That's it.